Adam Firestone is the editor-in-chief of United States Cybersecurity Magazine and joining us live this morning with more on all of this. Thank you so much for joining us on Good Day LA. First of all, Adam, what is catfishing? It is so heartbreaking to hear this family member talk about what happened to her family tragically.
You know, unfortunately, catfishing has been around for as long as we've had as the internet. There have been cases of people attempting transactions on platforms like Craigslist and being deceived and misled and often or painfully robbed and or injured. So impersonating something that you're not online is as the old meme says, on the internet, no one knows you're a cat.
You know, I know that you can't stop everything bad on the internet from happening, but what can parents do to the best of their ability to protect their kids?
Well, Tony, that's a great point. You know, one of the realities is where we are right now, legislatively, technically, educationally, economically. There is no silver bullet that's going to stop catfishing, but what it is a opportunity for parents to be more deeply involved with what their kids are doing. And one of the challenges we have in cybersecurity is we often think of things in physical terms because we're human. So we build fortresses around ourselves and the things that matter to us. We build fences, we build walls. It's an electronic incarnation of the guards, gates, and guns concepts that we had for conventional security. That doesn't work anymore, or at least doesn't work on its own. One of the things we have to look at is how we harden the things we care about most. How do we protect the things, or how do we enable the things we care about most to protect themselves? And for kids, that means cyber hygiene. That means starting cyber hygiene at a very young age. And for parents, that means being very involved. And I break it down into 4 steps. There's awareness. You know, when I was a kid, one of the things we became very aware of was when you went out trick-or-treating at Halloween, you didn't take unwrapped candy. You didn't take fruit. We talk about it in cyber in terms of passwords. Passwords are like underwear. You should be kept to yourself. They should be changed frequently and shown to nobody. We talk about talking to strangers. So raising that level of awareness in a child starting in preschool or kindergarten, just having gentle conversations and working those to be more sophisticated as they get older, it's one part of it. The next part of it is understanding basic tools at your disposal as a parent, understanding what you can do to help view web browsing histories and look at what the child is doing online. You have the opportunity to be your child's enabler. So, for example, instead of letting them come up with their own social media accounts, instead of taking the chance on letting them come up with email accounts on their own, create those for your child and give them to your child as an opportunity for them to do things. Now, the problem you have is, do you feel like you're snooping? Yeah, you are snooping, but you're doing it in the same way you want to know who your kid's hanging out with during the day. Monitoring is a very, very important part of what's going on, and it's something that is probably easy in elementary school, and it gets harder as the child gets older, and so you have to be a little more discreet about it, and you have to be honest with yourself. Don't snoop on your child's stuff, and at the same time look at what they're doing and check in periodically. And finally, I want to emphasize the need for the parent to have regular, honest interactions with the child and to say, hey, what's going on? You know, I noticed that you made this transaction. I noticed that you've been talking to this person. Do you know who they are? Because, again, there's no way to verify that. We don't have the technology to do that at this time. This does place an onus on parents. Mm-hmm. However, you got to ask yourself, are your kids worth it?
And they absolutely are. Thank you so much, Adam Firestone, for all of these great tips. And obviously, this is a much larger conversation that we're going to continue to have going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.